Hello, I'm Paul Pluta and welcome to Paul Pluta Prestige. Today I'd like to talk about the Rolex DateJust 16234. And the 16234, that is the steel DateJust with the white gold bezel. It's the sister watch to the 16233. And I've got to say, those two watches would have to be what I think probably the best all-rounders that are available today. And the 16234, it was the replacement to the 16014, which was the plastic version of the DateJust in steel with the white gold bezel, and it already had the quickset date, and it gained the sapphire crystal in 1987 and became the 16234. And it lasted for a long time in the Rolex range. It was replaced in the early 2000s by the 16234. And I gotta say, they kind of mucked around with the proportions, and I think 16234 is probably the most eloquent and beautiful of the Rolex DateJusts. And they're really good buying. I've advised a good friend of mine to buy one because I think they are such a good watch. They're on a bracelet. They're a piece that is waterproof. You can take it into the pool, into the resort. You can do many things, and this is the amazing thing. And 16234, it's just such a beautiful piece. There's a range of dials you can get this piece in. You can get it with the standard silver with stick markers. You can get it with Romans, Arabics, and my good friend Greg Kinder, he just recently got a 16234 with the most beautiful white dial, and I've got to say, it's just a stunning piece. And if you want a DateJust which is a little bit more understated than the two-tone, the model to go for is definitely the 16234. And it's still got the presence of the two-tone, but it's just a little bit more discreet. And I really love the white gold metal. And I've actually owned a few of the... They've also got a very similar model, which is 16220. And that is basically, instead of having the white gold bezel, it uses a steel bezel. And I got to be honest with you, go for the white gold bezel for a couple $100 more. I think it's about $200 more on the used market. It's well worth it, and the white gold bezel has just got such a nice feel to it that steel just does not have. And I really do love the 16234. I think it's the most perfect watch. If you could only have one luxury watch, I would strongly recommend a 16234. Okay, let's go through the scoring here. For the brand itself, I'm going to give it a 7. For the significance of this model, I'm going to give it an 8. For the movement, I'm going to give it a 7. The workmanship and quality on this piece, I'm going to give it an 8. And the Paul Pluta Prestige rating, I'm going to give it an 8. Gives us a score of 38 points. I'm Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige. I hope you've enjoyed this review.